As a side note, can I just say, mad respect for you getting in the ring with Tate when you went in there. That must have been scary. So
Yeah,
I
dude,
commend
thank
you
you.
on
Yes,
that.
that was hilarious because I mean, it wasn't just getting in the ring with Tate because I mean, he was he told me I could film him boxing and then he was like, "Put some gloves on, you're boxing me." And I didn't like the questions you were asking me this morning and stuff, but I had never boxed before and whatever, it was like slightly intimidating, but it was fine. I
Did
was
he
I
go
was
easy
up
on?
for
I haven't
trying it.
seen it. Did he go easy on
I'm
you?
sure he went easy on me compared to an actual, yeah. He went easy on me, but then I said, "Can I fight someone like close to my own size?" Which was a mistake because then he picked this new guy who he was like my height, but like each of his biceps were like bigger than my head, and I think this guy was like a little bit less aware of and then Andrew Tate about like how you can't just beat the crap out of a journalist because it won't be good. So he
Right.
was just way I like lost consciousness for a second. But the
Oh,
really crazy thing was I'd flown to Romania to investigate his war room, his kind of his elite, supposedly elite, like inner network of alpha males. It costs like thousands of dollars. You're paying thousands of dollars a year to learn from Andrew Tate how to be an alpha male, and all these guys had flown to Romania to be in the presence of their Lord and Commander Andrew Tate, and they didn't know what they're signing up for, but they knew that they would be participating in something called the test.
Sure.
And basically, we all get to this hotel in the mountains in Transylvania. We're all sat down. Andrew Tate comes out and he says, "In 3 days' time, each of you will be given a choice of whether to fight a professional cage fighter on live Romanian television. You can say yes or you can say no. But if you say yes, like this is a real fight, like you could die, you could get very seriously injured." And yeah, he just created this test of masculinity. And if you said no, he didn't want us to film the people who said no, but we did, and they were made to sit facing the wall and like journal about how shameful they were as men.
Wow.
ew.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah, and if they said yeah, if you said yes, then yeah, you did this fight, and
And how bad was the fight? Was it actually that? Was it actually like pretty rough
It
for the?
was.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Were the people getting beat up who agreed to fight?
Well, yeah. Calling it like a fight is actually I mean, it's like getting the
Just an
shit
ass
kicked out of you,
beating.
basically.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So before me, someone got knocked out and taken away on a stretcher. Um, there was blood splattered across the ring, but I had a different tactic than like the other dudes. So the other guys were going and they're like actually trying to win the fight and like throwing punches. I sort of like kind of like ran away from the guy in like an expanding circle, kind of going like that, just to try and like get away from him. And then when I wanted the fight to end, because like I heard that most fights end on the ground, like yeah, on the ground in MMA, I sort of like grappled him. And by that I mean I kind of just like slowly hugged him, kind of almost requesting him to end the fight. And then he threw me on the ground and then did a ground and pound finish. And I felt like I bruised my rib, but other than that,
I gotta say, you're
it
a brave
wasn't
guy.
that
You did
bad.
all that shit, huh? I think Andrew's got to respect you at least a little bit for getting in the ring with him and also doing this weird fucking Fight Club bullshit he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did for a time, and then I kind of asked him to enter my ring, if you will, and to do an interview. And then I put to him, some very serious allegations, including allegations about grooming, which he denied. But yeah, he was very upset, and he kicked me out of the war room. And
Oh
his
no.
his his kind
The
of
war room.
his head of security, Jules Sullivan, um, he was almost in tears. He was so upset that I had sort of betrayed their trust by
Really?
asking him about
So
these
they
things.
thought
Yeah,
you were one of them. They really were like
they,
fully on
I,
board.
I think they thought that the experience of going through this fight would would somehow
Well,
make me,
can I ask you a
into a
question?
Yeah.
man.
Did it bond you to them at least a little bit? Did you feel bad at all at a certain point? Because you went through some heavy stuff with them.
I think you always have some connection with someone you spend that much time with. I've spent a lot of time with those guys. However, I also spend a lot of time with women who accuse them of rape and of physical violence, allegations that they deny. And when you hear their stories, it's very difficult to feel if what they're saying is true. Admiration or of any kind for the Tate for Andrew Tate.
I see. Yeah. I notice after every time you mention an allegation, you say, which they deny. That's an intentional slip of liability, right?
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, I'm, Andrew Tate and Logan Paul may not believe this, but I endeavor to be an impartial journalist.
Right.
I give people the chance to respond to any allegation I make. That is why I went to Puerto Rico to interview Logan Paul. I include his lawyers. When they respond to the allegations, I include those in the film. I include Andrew Tate's denials and in the film. I also include the accusations of the women who make allegations against Andrew Tate, and I include the allegations of the Logan Paul fans who feel that they were scammed or exploited by Logan Paul. So that is what reporting is, and they're trying to characterize reporting and journalism itself as some kind of like personal attack,
Right.
and then respond by attacking me. But that's that's not
That's
a correct.
that's the
characterization.
Trumpian response to negative press.
Right.
But well, I look forward to your next scoop.